Hi, I'm Patel with Coldwell Banker Realty.
And I'm Amie Arbid with Coldwell Banker here in the Coachella Valley.
Every year, hundreds and thousands of people come here for Coachella and Stagecoach. Some go home with amazing memories and a camera roll full of photos. But when they go home, they wonder something bigger. Could I actually live here? Or should I own a place I can use every year instead of just renting for the weekend? If you have ever found yourself scrolling listing on the drive home from the first festival, this video is for you. Today, we are breaking down what it's really like to live near Coachella and Stagecoach.
How the Coachella Valley real estate market in 2026 is giving buyers more options, and how to decide if a vacation home, an investment property, or even a future forever home out here actually makes sense for you. We're going to talk about where people really stay for festival season, what those cities feel like the rest of the year, and what it actually costs to buy in places like Indio, La Quinta, Palm Desert, and Palm Springs.
How festival season affects rental demand and long-term appeal, and the exact question I'd ask if we were buying a home in Coachella Valley in 2026. Stick with us to the end because we will share what we would personally look for if we were buying near the festival grounds right now.
Let's start with the big picture. In 2026, the Coachella Valley market has shifted into a more balanced place. We're seeing more inventory than during the peak frenzy years. Homes are taking a bit longer to sell, and in many price points, buyers have more room to negotiate and more time to think. So if you're thinking about owning near Coachella or Stagecoach, you're not jumping into the most competitive market we've ever seen. You still need to be realistic and prepared. But if you have more choice and a bit more leverage than you did at the height of the craziness,
that matters. If you are looking for a festival home, a second home, or an investment home, because you can focus on the right neighborhood and lifestyle for you, not just whatever happens to be available this weekend. Now, let's talk where people actually stay and live. There are 4 main hub festival goers use as their home, as their base. First, the Indio, La Quinta, Palm Desert, and Palm Springs. Each one has every different feel, and your choice says a lot about the kind of life you want here.
First, Indio. Indio is home to the Empire Polo Club, where Coachella and Stagecoach actually happen. If you want to be closest to the festivals, you're usually looking at Indio or the neighboring city of Coachella. It has a mix of older neighborhoods, newer developments, and planned communities. Everyday life here feels more local and practical and a little less resort. From a real estate standpoint, Indio often offers some of the more approachable price points in the valley, especially compared to places like Palm Springs. That's why it's interesting for first-time buyers, people who want to be near events, and buyers who want value and proximity.
Second, next, La Quinta. La Quinta is the classic resort town feel. Think golf course, gated communities, and gorgeous mountain views. During festival season, a lot of people rent villas and homes here. It's quieter, more upscale, and still close enough to the festival grounds to be convenient for everyday living. La Quinta feels like vacation town you actually live in. It's great for lock and leave second home for people who want that resort energy without being on the stages.
Then we have Palm Desert. Palm Desert is truly the center of the valley in a lot of ways. You got El Paseo for shopping and dining, a huge variety of neighborhoods and communities, and a lot of the everyday amenities that full-time residents want. If you want to enjoy festival season, but your main goal is everyday Coachella Valley lifestyle, Palm Desert is often near the top of the list. You can go east towards Indio and La Quinta or west towards Palm Springs. It's very central, very convenient, and very livable.
And of course, Palm Springs. Palm Springs is the brand that everyone knows. Mid-century architecture, boutique hotels, nightlife, art, and design. It's about half an hour from the festival grounds, but a lot of visitors choose it for the vibe. They want that classic Palm Springs experience. If it means a longer drive to the music, real estate here tends to command a premium, especially for homes with strong design or vacation rental appeal. If you care as much about architecture and lifestyle as you do about the festival, Palm Springs can be really compelling.
So, if you're serious about owning here, your first decision isn't actually about price. It's about lifestyle. Do you want to be closest to the festivals? Do you want the most resort-like feel? Do you want to be central for everyday living? Or do you want that iconic Palm Springs energy? Once you answer that, then it makes sense to look at prices and properties.
Now let's talk about what people actually do when the music stops, because your festival trip is already a test drive for everyday life here. When you are not at Coachella or Stagecoach, chances are you're by the pool. You're checking out a brunch spot, walking El Paseo Street, grabbing dinner in the Palm Springs, or maybe you're getting up early for a hike with those big mountain views. That's what real life looks like for a lot of locals here. Pool days, hiking and outdoors and shopping and dining, golf and tennis, local coffee shop, bars, and live music. So if you are ever caught yourself thinking, I could get used to this, that's not just vacation talking, that might be your lifestyle talking.
Let's get into cost. What does it actually take to buy here? There's a wide range and every situation is different, but here's a simple way to think about it. In and around Indio and Coachella, you'll often find some of the more approachable price points in the valley, especially for single-family home and new developments. It's a good starting point if you want proximity and value. In La Quinta, you start to pay more for golf, gated neighborhoods, and views, but there's still a spectrum, from condos and townhomes to high-end custom estates. Palm Desert offers almost everything: condos, 55-plus communities, golf communities, and higher-end homes in gated neighborhoods. It's a great middle ground for many buyers who want a balance of price, amenities, and central location. Palm Springs tends to command a premium, especially in hot neighborhoods or for homes with that iconic mid-century look and strong rental potential. The big takeaway is this: don't assume everything is out of reach until you've actually put your budget on paper and matched it with the right areas.
Now, let's talk about vacation, rentals, and festival incomes, because a lot of people imagine buying a place out here and letting Coachella and Stagecoach pay the mortgage. Festival weeks can be very strong rental periods, but there are some important realities. Each city has its own short-term rental rules. Some are more permissive and some are more strict. Many HOAs either limit or completely prohibit short-term rentals, especially in quieter residential communities or senior communities. And while festival weeks can be great income, they are only a few weeks out of the year. But if you're thinking about an investment property near Coachella or Stagecoach, you want to look at the city regulations, HOA, average nightly rates, and occupancy over the whole year. And whether you are going to self-manage or hire a property manager, for a lot of my clients, the sweet spot is a home they genuinely love using. They spend time here themselves and they rent it strategically during peak season, festivals, winters, and holidays to help offset costs without turning the property into a full-time job.
So, who does this actually make sense for? Buying near Coachella and Stagecoach can make sense if you already come here regularly and you're spending money on hotels or Airbnbs. You're a snowbird or remote worker who wants more sun, more space, and a slower pace. You want a vacation home? Now that could become a retirement home later. Or you're an investor who likes the combination of lifestyle appeal and event-driven visibility. If you're unsure, here's how to test drive it. On your next trip, stay in a different city than you usually do. Maybe Indio or La Quinta one time, Palm Desert or Palm Springs another time. Drive through neighborhoods at different times of the day. Notice traffic, noise, and how each place feels. And pay attention to what you naturally like to do when you're not at the festival. Those answers tell you a lot about where you genuinely want to live or own.
And now, let me share how I think about if we were buying a place in this Coachella Valley in 2026. I'd rather start with three questions. First, how often will you realistically use this home for yourself? Or I would use it for myself. If I plan to be here often, I might prioritize my own lifestyle over maximum rental income. Second, what matters more to me? Because being close to the festivals or being close to everyday amenities like shopping, dining, and services, the festivals and proximity matter most. I'd focus on Indio and La Quinta. If everyday amenities and central location matter more, we'd look harder at Palm Desert and Palm Springs. Third, how comfortable are we with managing rentals? Do we want a strong short-term rental play, or do we actually want a low-stress second home that may get rented a few weeks a year? Once we have those answers, we pick 2 or 3 targeted cities, set a realistic budget, and focus my research there instead of trying to shop the entire valley at once. That's exactly how we walk clients through it in real life clarity. First, and then property.
If you've been coming out for Coachella or Stagecoach and you're wondering whether it's time to have a home base in this desert, this is a really interesting moment to explore it. The Coachella Valley market in 2026 is more balanced. There's more inventory, and buyers have more options than they've had in a while. I'm Amie Arbid with Coldwell Banker Realty.
And I'm Patel with Coldwell Banker Realty. And we help buyers and investors understand the difference between Indio, La Quinta, Palm Desert, Palm Springs, and the surrounding communities.
We help you get clear on what's realistic in your price range.
And we help you choose between a vacation home, an investment property, or a future forever home here in Coachella Valley.
If you want a simple, no pressure breakdown of what it would look like for you to buy here, reach out.
I am Patel and my number is 224-717-9423.
I'm Amie Arbid. You can reach me at 760-880-2028.
You can also connect us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Just look for our names and you will find us.
If this video helped you, hit like.
Subscribe for more Coachella Valley real estate contents. We are here at every step to help you.